Hello and welcome to the in-depth series of Drishti IAS. My name is Pooja Dwivedi. Unprecedented and never seen before scorching heat is being observed in certain parts of Europe. What is the reason behind it? Is it the same reason that resulted in death of hundreds of people in the US and Canada in 2021? It was a heat dome. We are observing a similar sort of heat dome in Europe. And what is its relation with the jet stream? We will talk all about that in detail in today's episode. Welcome. So let us move ahead with various topics. From the perspective of GS Mains Paper 1, it's important to understand the entire segment properly. And from the perspective of prelims, the factual as well as the conceptual part is important. So what's actually happening in Europe? How hot is certain parts of Europe? We are also going to see that. What is a heat dome? The relationship with a geotropic wind jet stream. What kind of relationship is there between these two? How common are heat domes? And what about India? Will India also witness a heat dome in the future? We will discuss that in detail. So currently, parts of Europe have been experiencing unprecedented winter heat wave. Currently, it should be winter in Europe. But there are scorching temperatures being recorded across the parts of Europe. At least 7 countries have experienced the warmest January as thousands of records were broken. These countries include Poland, Belarus, Czech Republic, Netherlands, Denmark, okay? And the scientists over there are calling it an extreme event because the temperatures have increased 10 to 20 degrees Celsius above normal. It's not just 1 or 2, it's 10 to 20 degrees in this current situation. And temperatures were, of course, not in a very favorable mode for even France. This scorching range of temperature is ranging between the country of France and Western Europe. On the first day of the year, 7 countries recorded their warmest January. We have already told you what these countries are. Which are these countries? It was 19.6 degrees Celsius in Czech Republic, 19 in Poland, 16.9 degrees Celsius in the Netherlands. This heat that is being recorded, this temperature which is being recorded, it is spring-like. I mean, this temperature should be in the spring, but it is in winter. So, Belarus 16.4 degrees Celsius, Lithuania 14.6 degrees Celsius, Denmark and Latvia. I missed certain countries. So, Latvia, Lithuania are also one of them. Okay. So, this is the map that is showing us the temperatures. Snowy slopes on the Alps have also receded. So, the people who are going there for skiing, they are also getting a very bumpy experience. Gravelly and stony regions are being revealed, which is unprecedented at this time of the year. Alps range from France, Switzerland, Italy, Liechtenstein, Austria, Germany and Slovenia. Now, what is a heat dome? Many scientists are saying that a dome is being created which has captured all the heat because of global warming. Global warming is the mother of all causes, of the all ill causes which is relevant with climate right now. So, let us talk about heat dome. Heat dome occurs when an area of high pressure traps warm air over a region. So, high pressure is created during winters. We all know that. When high pressure is created in such a manner that it is pushing the warmer air beneath it so that it is going to the ground for an extended period of time, then it is known as heat dome. So, we know that jet stream is found from 20 degree north to the poles. Okay. Of course, 20 degree north and south to the polar region. Now, this jet stream is a geotropic wind and it is found near the polar regions. It is actually found on the upper layers of the troposphere. Approximately, we can say from 20,000 to 50,000 feet. So, this jet stream is developed when 2 air masses of differing temperatures meet. When it is supposed to be winter, the colder air mass meets the human-induced heated air mass, then a jet stream is created in this manner, in the current manner. The longer the air remains trapped, now what happens? The more the sun works to heat the air. like a boiling pot has a lid on top of it, and it generally stays for a few days, but it can extend up to weeks, which might cause deadly heat waves. That happened in the US as well. And jet stream generally is a wave-like pattern flowing from west to east. And when the wave is more distorted, the more distorted or more enlarged the wave is because of the meeting of two different air masses, the more capacity it has to trap the air beneath it. Okay, and when this happens, this is kind of a dome that has been created, and this air will be heated more because the sun is getting a lot of time to heat this air, and that is why this air is not able to escape the atmosphere. Heat waves occur because of that. So any region of high pressure generally forces the air to sink. It will come down. The air will come down in case of high pressure. Once it reaches the ground, it gets compressed. When it gets compressed, it becomes warmer, and of course because of the sun. And when the air also sinks, it also gets drier without any moisture and further raises the temperature of the area. So this is a vicious cycle. So the jet stream is believed to be a wave-like pattern, keeps moving from north to south. It's like this, from west to east, north to south, like a wave. Okay, and when these waves get bigger and elongated, they also move slowly. If it is a shorter one, it would move a little faster, but because they get more elongated, they move slowly. And a high pressure system gets stuck and leads to the occurrence of heat dome. It is expected that the jet stream will become more wavy when this happens, and it will have larger deviations as well. Then, how common are these heat domes? The US experienced a similar heat dome event between June and July of 2021 when the temperatures reached to 49 degrees Celsius. In Canada's British Columbia, it was 44.9 degrees Celsius, and at least 400 people were reported to be killed in Canada because of that. In early September 2022, a long-lasting heat dome settled over the US West, recently only. Supposedly, if we talk about certain states, California, parts of western Arizona and South Nevada, these were the most impacted. A study in journal Nature Climate Change, it was said that the 2021 heat dome, it was amplified by climate change, and it also said that if we do not control the temperatures according to the Paris Agreement, that means if the temperatures aren't kept below 2 degrees Celsius, pre-industrial levels as compared to the pre-industrial levels, this could become once in 10-year event. Okay, and that is a problem. Now moving ahead, if we have to discuss the other factors that were considered, climate change was one of them. Then atmospheric weather patterns and also the dry soils in the Pacific Northwest. So if it is asked in your prelims examination about the heat dome of 2021 of the US, you can of course take this into your brains. Now, how we can say that the current situation, the heat in Europe is only because of the heat dome. See, the UK, Ireland, France and Spain declared 2022 as their hottest year on record recently. In the UK, every month but December was hotter than the average. Also, it is being said by the UK that human-induced climate change has impacted the weather pattern, adding that there has been relatively consistent heat throughout the years. Okay, so this is not something that heat dome is the cause of heat or the temperature rise in Europe, but because of human-induced climate change, heat domes are going to occur every now and then. Now, India, in August 2021, the 6th assessment report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warned that Indian subcontinent would suffer more frequent and intense heat waves over the coming decades. Even the G20 Climate Risk Atlas has said that the heat waves across India were likely to last 25 times longer by the year 2036 to 2065 if carbon emissions remain high. This was, the atlas was published in 2021. So India needs to be very careful about such instances. It might not be a heat dome for India because of the jet stream, but of course heat waves can occur. So now let's talk about the students who have answered the last question correctly. The correct answer was of course option B of the in-depth. Puneet has answered it correctly. Sangeeta, Jagannath, Ritesh, Rahul, Rupal, Santu, Rahul, Navneet. Then Pushpraj, Bhargavi, Aman, Shubham Goswami and Shubham Soni. Different people. Adarsh, Akhil, Edge of Knowledge, Barun, Imsam, Simran, GS1, Tushita, Kapil Sharma, Anushri, Sagarika, Vignesh, Shruti Gaur, Gagan, also Tanu, Anuj, Srinivas, Shirley, Harsha Varthini, then Naveenism, Amit Kumar Singh and Pramit. Thank you so much for answering the last question. Answer them again when I'm going to attach the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Stay updated.